32 all-time college teams, 31 games to determine a champion, a wheel of upgrades for the winner of every single matchup to spin. Those are the only 3 elements in this entire video. This 2K share scenario was created by a dude named Frank Nachos 31, so if you have an issue with any aspect of the roster being used, blame him and not me. I simulated one season with the teams and used the standings from both conferences to create the bracket with 1 through 16 seeds on both sides. I'll explain how the upgrades work when we get to them, but let's not waste any more time. I decided to start with each of the 1 and 2 seeds from the bracket to see if we could potentially find an early Cinderella story, but UCLA started their run strong with a 14-point win over Arizona. Penny Hardaway and Memphis handled St. John's by 10 points. MJ and UNC topped Florida despite a 38-point showing from Brad Beal, but finally we found a potential Cinderella story. The Huskies of UConn up 7 on Ohio State. Also, just ignore that UConn is wearing Nets jerseys. They just be crazy like that. Ohio State's the 2 seed here. Mike Conley wide open. Oh, they're gonna lose. UConn is a 15 seed. They're about to take down Ohio State. Ohio State made it close with some free throws, but in fact they were done, and maybe because UConn shot 57% from 3 as a team. Wow. And with that, we have the first update of our main bracket. 2 1 seeds, UCLA, UNC advance. Memphis, a 2 seed advances, but of course, in the bottom right section of our bracket, we do see UConn advancing. Poor Ohio State, man. I'm sorry, Buckeyes. But of course, the other element of the video that I mentioned in the intro, we are giving upgrades to every single team that wins a game. So let's get right to it. We got 4 spins here. Actually, we're gonna have more than 4 spins, as you will see, but this starts with UCLA. He needs a tutor. He needs a tutor means we take the player with the lowest IQ on whatever team we're landing on, and we take that player up 5 overall points. In this case, as a result of being so dumb, Swen Nader now becomes an 89 overall. Back to the wheel for Memphis. That's a pretty good upgrade. We got some other, yeah, there we go. A non-college star. This takes us to a second wheel with players who didn't go to college. It's pretty self-explanatory. Moses Malone at an 89 overall joins Derrick Rose, Penny Hardaway, James Wiseman. Ooh, Memphis is cooking. And now you see where we're going with these upgrades. Well, some of them anyways. This is for UNC, another non-college star. There's definitely a risk we run out of some of these things. So some of these players, I should say, which is all good. Manu Ginobili. Yeah, that's a pretty good weapon to have next to Michael Jordan, Vince Carter, although they probably could have used a better big or point guard. And the final upgrade in this batch will go to UConn, who had, of course, the Cinderella upset and a Kevin Durant transfer. This is a reference to Kevin Durant in the NBA, not college, but it's funny, trust me. Okay, it's probably not funny, but the team that wins gets to poach any player from the team they just beat, which means Ohio State is going to donate 88 overall Greg Oden to UConn. Yeah, Kevin Durant transfer. Wait, I just realized donate was a really weird way to describe that, but you see what I'm doing here. I decided to continue making my way down the bracket, doing all the 3 and 4 seed matchups, which I assumed would begin with Kentucky in some hot water against Pistol Pete, Shaq, and LSU, but Kentucky is stacked, man. They'd be the first team to land on college free agent upgrade and subsequently landed on James Harden. That's a W. We've got another potential upset here as Georgetown, the 4 seed, is in overtime against Cal. Oh, AI. Oh, the moves, AI, bro. It's they're just running to AI. I love that. Oh, great awareness from Georgetown, finding Alonzo Mourning with the mismatch on Jason. Dude, Georgetown, I love it. Can Cal find a bucket right here? Phil Chenier. Oh my word, that was silky and smooth around Alonzo. AI just kept attacking for Georgetown in the clutch. No. That's off AI too. Georgetown down 3 now. Do they go for a 3 or are we going for 2s and fouls? And looks like we're going 2s and fouls. He missed. Wow. Ewing though. He's Patrick Ewing. Bro. Georgetown may have choked, but Cal still got an upgrade and they landed on the 5-star upgrade, which means any player outside the top 5 overalls on their roster gets a +5 overall boost. Man, that's a lot of 5s. Yeah. UNLV would take care of business, meaning we don't get a prime college Carmelo Anthony run. Sad. Oh, wait. Yes, we will, because UNLV got the Kevin Durant transfer, meaning Melo joins the Rebels. And finally, it was probably a bit too close for comfort, but 4-seeded Duke outlasted Maryland. Courtesy the 5-star upgrade, they've now got a 90 overall Kyrie Irving. After that slew of games, we've got more progression on our main bracket. Of course, the bottom left, the most interesting. Well, after that group anyways, because Cal beat Georgetown. I can't believe it. AI, Alonzo Moore, it doesn't matter. I decided to knock out the remaining round of 32 games on the left side of the bracket. And that began with a doozy of a matchup, man. Duncan versus Wilt, Kansas versus Wake Forest, and the Demon Deacons handled business. Wow. Unfortunately, he needs a tutor meant just a modest upgrade for them of Jalen Howard. Kevin Durant debuted for Texas as the Longhorns battled Oregon, and another upset. Oregon wasn't messing around, man. They got a nice upgrade as well, non-college star, and eventually Josh Giddey. Not bad. Louisville became the first favorite in a minute to hold their ground against USC. Unfortunately, the Trojans broke. The Cardinals got to add a college free agent and would do so in the form of Bo Kimball, Loyola Marymount legend, and finally finally, how about one more upset in this batch of games that wasn't even close? UW, baby. Brandon Roy, Markelle Fultz, and IT are built different. And after a 5-star upgrade, Terrence Ross gets a bump. And just like that, 8 teams down on the left side of our bracket, we've got UCLA, Kentucky advancing. Makes sense. Our 2 big upsets we just saw: Wake Forest, the 12 seed, will take on Oregon, the 10 seed. Very interesting. Memphis has a great shot of going all the way. They take on 13 seed Cal in round 2. And down at the bottom there, Louisville, the 6 seed, advance Washington. It wasn't a massive upset. It was the 8 versus 9 matchup, but good stuff by the Huskies. Next up, I obviously had to take care of the right side of the bracket. Dwayne Wade and Marquette were favored over Magic and Michigan State. But as I suspected, we've got a battle. Marquette up just 2 with over 2.5 left. Oh, that's too easy for Magic, man. That's too easy going all the way. You love to see it. Oh yeah, Magic's got a mismatch in the post. Look at Michigan. Don't kick it up. Okay, never mind. Kick it out, Magic, with the flashy pass. Mo Pete wide open. Good stuff. Magic from the post again. Oh, bully. Yo, this is a Magic Johnson masterclass in the last 2 minutes. I can't believe it. Dwayne, this might be your last chance, buddy. They just keep going to him. It's smart. Oh, wait, that's a good pass. But Doc Rivers is a brick. Wow. Maybe Marquette shouldn't have been favored, but Michigan State, that's an upset. Magic had 32, 12, and 11 in the eventual win, by the way. The Spartans would spin and get a 5-star upgrade. Hello, 88 overall Morris Peterson. Villanova was a higher seed against Indiana, but you wouldn't have known that. Easy Hoosiers blowout. Indiana would grab. He needs a tutor upgrade. Thomas Bryant up to an 81. We've got 6-seeded Michigan against 11-seeded Illinois. 3-point game, baby. Don Ole would cook up with a nice floater, bringing his Illini back to within 1. Who's got it for Michigan? It's Franz Wagner in the clutch. Little scoop and score. That'll do. Jamal Crawford, Jalen Rose. Man, Michigan has so many they have so many pure hoopers.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What just happened to my book? Can we just ignore that? Jalen Rose and 1 in the clutch would all but seal the game up for Michigan. Oh my word, Jalen Rose and 1. All right, my words have returned, and so is Michigan. They're in tough. The Fab 5 would get a Fab upgrade in a college free agent, and Kawhi, MF, and Leonard? 86 overall, beauty. And finally, in the 8 versus 9 matchup, in what was to me a surprise, Georgia Tech outlasted Gonzaga. Big Kenny Anderson performance in the win. They'd unlock another Kevin Durant transfer, and because of their glut at point guard, I gave them Adam Morrison instead of John Stockton. And just like that, the round of 32 was in the books, including the right-hand side now. UNLV and UNC advance as favorites. Indiana and Michigan State both advance after upsets. Speaking of which, UConn, the 15 seed, advances. They'll end up playing Duke. And at the bottom of the bracket there, Michigan versus Georgia Tech. Interesting stuff. Ironically enough, the top of our bracket, both the left and right side, are identical, with the 1 and 3 seed as well the 12 and 10 seeds advancing. I don't really know how that happened, but it's kind of amazing. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it was at this moment I realized I low-key screwed this entire bracket up. And the best way I can explain how I screwed up is simple. I've got UCLA versus Kentucky, the 1 and the 3 seed at the top of the bracket. They are playing each other in the second round. That should never have happened. When I was putting it together, I overlooked keeping some of the seeds close. I mean, I spread out the 1 and 2 seeds, but after that, I didn't. So that was kind of a screw up by me, but it doesn't matter. It's too late to change it now. To be the best, you got to beat the best eventually. So Kentucky, UCLA, let's get a heavyweight banger matchup out of the way right now. These are 2 truly stacked teams, including James Harden now on Kentucky after their round 1 upgrade. But would the Beard's presence be enough to slow down Lou Alcindor and the UCLA Bruins? Harden was obviously doing something for Kentucky. 2-point game with under 2 left. Oh no, AD in transition. Oh, spin move. Oh, AD, that was sexy. Tie game. No, they're really gonna go to Russ in the post in the clutch. Like, this could be for the win. What are you doing, UCLA? Russ, he smoked a layup. It's gonna be the newcomer, the transfer, James Harden. No, it's AD in the clutch. That's a good look. You bricked it. Of course we did get OT. UCLA up 3 with 1.5 minutes left. Yeah, this is probably why this matchup shouldn't have been happening in the Sweet 16, but whatever. That's a brick, Cliffhagen. These possessions are so clutch. This could be a dagger for UCLA. Oh, Baron Davis pulling up from out of nowhere. It's always when you don't expect it, man. Oh yeah, good backdoor cut. Reggie Miller cutting backdoor. UK, Kentucky, what did you do? Down goes the mighty Wildcats, and the rich would get richer. Non-college star for UCLA, and it's Dirk Nowitzki. Oh my. I figured we may as well take care of the top left Sweet 16, and Wake Forest would take care of Oregon. They're making a run. They'd also get blessed with a non-college star, adding Marc Gasol to the fold. Nice. That leaves just one matchup remaining in the top left portion of our bracket. 1-seeded UCLA versus 12-seeded Wake Forest. That's going to be good. But we've got more Sweet 16 matchups to take care of, and I like the bottom left of the bracket. Memphis Cal. That's another upset waiting to happen. Louisville UW. I started with Memphis versus Cal. Remember, Memphis added Moses Malone alone. A change which unfortunately was too much to overcome for Cal. No Cinderella run, too bad. One Memphis player needs a tutor, which is quickly becoming the worst upgrade. Sorry about that, Memphis fans. Both Louisville and Washington had seen their role players get a boost in the video already. Might have helped Washington a bit more as they had a 6-point lead, minute and a half left. Ain't no way. Did Louisville take Donovan Mitchell off the... They took Donovan Mitchell off the court. Unbelievable. Daryl Griffith trying to bail him out. Nah, that's a brick. And... Wait, what? Wes Unseld is a magician. Wait, I thought Wes was some sort of wizard, but it was actually Todd McCullough of Washington knocking it into his own hoop. Oh, it's over. It's over. What they're doing is taking a big fat L to UW. They didn't run with Donovan in the clutch, and he had 40 points in this game. That's like a fireable offense right there. The Huskies would spin and get a 5-star upgrade for the second time in a row, allowing me to move Detlef Schrempf from an 85 up to a 90. Cool. I may have screwed up the bracket, but we've got some fun results coming. Memphis, Washington, that could be a potential upset. You'll love to see it. But we do need to knock out 4 more teams. Let's go to the top right where we've got UNC, UNLV, Michigan State, Indiana. I love it. These are such classic programs here. I mean, seriously, Michigan State, Indiana, does it get more classic than this? Well, maybe it would have been a classic if not for freaking Magic Johnson, dude. I mean, look at this mess. 15 points, 17 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 blocks. The man did literally, he's toying with every other player. Oh, and I'm stopping myself before I make a cringy, just horrible joke about Dick Van Arsdale's name. I'm not going to do it.
Wow, that is really hard.
Peanut. Easily a top 3 matchup on deck between UNC and UNLV, who of course added Carmelo Anthony. Oh, and Melo must have been doing something. We got a 2-point game late in the 4th. Oh my word, this is huge for UNC. Michael Jordan just picked up his 6th foul and is out of the game. Somebody on one team is gonna have to get a bucket here. Oh yeah, Melo to the rim. That might be it. 6 points. That's tough. They've gotten their stops. Can they get the scores now? Vince inside. That's tough. That's tough, Vince. Okay, going back and forth with Melo. Oh, he should have gone up with it. That's tough. Dude, Vince is clamping in the clutch. Okay, don't shoot a contested mid-range. Oh, that's an open mid-range. That's easy. If it's open, take it. I like the shot selection. He's going to the paint. Get a good look. Just get a good look. Melo. No, you didn't get. That was just that was bad. What in the world? UNC took out Vince. UNLV took out Melo for OT. NBA 2K23 try to make sense one time challenge. Oh, look at Shawn Marion wide open with his signature jump shot. Okay, that's why you take Melo out. Go off then. Okay, UNC going to Anton with no Vince on the... He just shot an air ball. Anton Jameson just shot an air ball. Oh, good board by... Oh, what a block. Was that Rasheed Wallace? Who was that? Jerry Stackhouse, you got to make it now. Huge swing, defense to offense. That could have been the dagger, that layup. Jerry Stackhouse all the way to the rim. That's simply too easy. Give him a good screen. That's not a good screen. That's a tough shot. We got double OT. It's UNC now with the lead late in double OT. Again, no Vince or Melo on the court, but Billy Cunningham. That was a weird animation. They'll take it. Christian Wood brick 2 clutch free throws, leaving the door open for UNC to put this game away. Oh my word, Tyler Hansbrough. Tyler Hansbrough, the UNC legend, off the bench into the clutch. Christian Wood needs to make up for those 2 free throws he bricked. I can't believe Tyler Hansbrough. Oh, what are you? UNLV said, we're going to let Christian cook. Now, why would they do that? That was honestly a super sick battle. UNC probably the deserving winner right there. And after a big win, Michigan State will get a nice little upgrade. Oh, he needs a tutor. That's tough. Wait, Kevin Willis, NBA legend, 80 overall, has the worst IQ. Oh, what a big win for UNC there. I thought that game might never end as they now get to add a non-college star. Wow. Our list is actually running low, but there's some fire names on there. Kobe Bryant. Probably the last thing UNC needed was another future superstar wing, a high flyer, but now they add Kobe to MJ to Manu to Vince Carter. Yo, another Elite 8 matchup set, and I simply cannot wait for it. UNC, a loaded roster against Magic Johnson. It's going to be a good one. But first, we got to coast down to the bottom right, finish our Sweet 16 matchups. UConn, Duke, Michigan, Georgia Tech. These are all banger matchups. Who we kidding? This is the good stuff. UConn had added Greg Oden, while Kyrie was a 90 overall for Duke, and both teams had benefited from their upgrades. 1-point game late in the 4th. UConn on the other side going to Ben Gordon. I kind of like it. Underrated scorer from back in the day. That's a bucket. Uh-oh, Jason Tatum has a lane. That's great defense, though. Okay, Rudy Gay. Oh, my word, Rudy Gay's built different. Rudy Gay! He is the man. Defense and offense. Nah, UConn's really got it right now. Now, Rudy Gay repaying Napier. Doesn't matter. Dude, Emeka Okafor on the glass. Ray Allen with the dagger. I've seen enough, bro. UConn's going all the way. We're right back into into the thick of it in our final Sweet 16 matchup, tie game, Georgia Tech, Michigan. Let's go. Absolutely no rest at this point in the tourney. Michigan has Kawhi Leonard. Georgia Tech has Adam Morrison. I forgot. Now I remember. So many upgrades in this video. Oh, Stephon Marbury. That's a clean look, which he bricked. Good. Dennis Scott, 3D on the glass. Every one of these games is turning into chaos. I love it. It's stressful. Kawhi going at them again. Kawhi getting Michigan a bucket. Where does Georgia Tech go in the clutch? Is it going to be? It's Marbury again. That looks good. Oh, that was a great look, Marbury, but he smoked it. Who's it going to be? Glenn Rice? Yeah, that's a good look. That's a good look. Glenn Rice, hand down, man down, Adam Morrison. What are you doing? UConn's on a mission, brother. I can't believe they were a 15 seed. Wow, that is a nice upgrade. Somehow Rudy Gay, despite dominating in the clutch, is only an 82. Well, no longer. That man is now an 87. Let's go. And after Glenn Rice's massive shot, Kevin Durant transfer. It's been a minute. This is a great time to see that. I could once again move Adam Morrison this time over to Michigan, but he's got the stench of losing on him, man. Michigan was in desperate need of a starting center. I moved Chris Bosh over instead of Morrison and made him a center. And with that, we're down to our Elite 8 already. I'm having way too much fun with this video. We've got some favorites. We've got some potential upsets, all still on deck. Now we'll start in the top left with one of our two 1 seed versus 12 seed matchups. It's UCLA. It's Wake Forest. It's Tim Duncan versus Lou Alcindor with a little bit of Chris Paul and, oh yeah, Dirk Nowitzki mixed in there. And unfortunately for Wake Forest, it was a star I didn't mention that caved them in the most in an 11-point loss. Reggie Miller in the Elite 8, 30 points, 12 assists to lead the way. I was a bit worried UCLA was going to be too dominant, and they led that game throughout. Another non-college star. Oh, they already added Dirk Nowitzki earlier on. Okay, yeah, sure, Luka. And with that, the chapter was closed on our top left region. It was always going to be tough for someone to upset UCLA, and well, nobody did. Well, let's jet down to the bottom left to see who will be taking on UCLA in the Final Four, Memphis or UW. And Memphis is in the driver's seat right now to face UCLA, but it's not over. UW, they can do it. Brandon Roy, though, oh, that's a good look. He smoked it. Okay, bad shot. You kind of hate to see it, man. I was definitely rooting for Washington. D Rose just baby. Derrick Rose, what? Yo, 2K, what am I seeing? Unfortunately, even 2K's weird shenanigans couldn't save the Huskies. Welcome to the Final Four, Memphis. Who they gonna be taking or upgrading? 5-star. Welcome to being an 89 overall, Tyreek Evans. And with that, the bottom left region is all wrapped up. Too bad for UW, but Memphis advances. Which means on the left side of our bracket, we have a chalk 1 versus 2 seed Final Four. Even though I screwed up the bracket, we still get to that result. You kind of hate to see it, right? We wanted upsets, but thankfully the right side of our bracket is set up to give us at least one good upset. UNC Michigan State. Is this going to be the one? Magic Johnson of Michigan State versus Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, and the Tar Heels. Well, gosh darn it, that's no fun. UNC, this was supposed to be a close game, a tight battle. Instead, we had Bob McAdoo, not even MJ or Kobe dominating for UNC. Wow. And just for the record, Magic definitely the player of this tournament, even in the loss, 33-10. And UNC will be heading off to the Final Four with a, oh my word, another non-college star. Bro, this wheel is rigged for UNC. Like MJ Jor Poker is paying someone off. But that leaves just one Elite 8 matchup, one more spot to fill in the Final Four, and this will be an underdog. UConn, Michigan. Let's ride. I gotta be honest, I'm devastated. I am dead inside. A 25-point loss. UConn became my school and probably your school watching. They were a 15 to Michigan. Why you always gotta ruin everything, man? I don't even know what to say, man. I wanted UConn to go all the way. I guess we're Team Michigan now. They're technically the underdog of the Final Four, and they'll add Larry Bird. Is that sacrilegious for Larry Bird to play for Michigan? Well, it don't matter, Larry. Say hello to your new squad. I'll be honest, I am bummed that UConn has lost, but Michigan are the underdogs in the Final Four, and they've had a decent run, although not really, because it was UConn who knocked out 2-seeded Ohio State, then 4-seeded Duke, just clearing the way for Michigan. But you know what? They won when they needed to, so fair enough. We were set for a couple tremendous Final Four matchups, beginning with these UCLA Bruins. You see it. Dirk Nowitzki, Luka Doncic. That's on top of all the depth they already had. This is a squad, but equally as capital letters squad. On the other side of that matchup, Derrick Rose, Penny Hardaway, Moses Malone, and the Memphis Tigers. Let's do it. UCLA was the clear favorite in this Final Four matchup, but Memphis came out the gates firing, keeping up with everything UCLA threw at them. UCLA, though, wasn't scared. They shared the ball. They could score outside and in, and they carried a lead in the ever pivotal third quarter. They also managed to hold that lead into the fourth, but Memphis is within striking distance. Tyreek Evans, a pull-up 3. Tyreek Evans, a pull. He didn't even green that. D-Rose, you got to make something happen right now. Find a good shot for your team. There it is. Great shot and one. Bro, why is Russ committing unnecessary and one fouls in the clutch? Still no Lou Alcindor in there. Oh, UCLA going to Dirk now, and that's bro, I guess that's why you get these transfers in there. Memphis can't really get stopped, so I think they should probably look for a three-pointer here, but it's got to be a good shot. Derrick Rose, don't pull up. Don't pull. Okay, maybe you should have pulled up. Oh, my word. James Wise, get back to the G League, my guy. And that's game, brother. UCLA holds on in a wild finish. UCLA clearly the best team on paper in this simulation, and they've been playing like it. Oh, my gosh, they add one more free agent. It certainly helped that they haven't got one of the more troll upgrades, I think, this entire time. Bill Russell. Like Thanos dropping the final Infinity Stone into his gauntlet, UCLA adds Bill Russell as their final upgrade ahead of the national championship game. And their opponent in the Natty will be either this stacked UNC Tar Heels team with Manu, Kobe, Jokic, and, you know, all the actual Tar Heels, or our lone underdog option, Michigan, with Chris Webber, Bosch, Bird added, Glenn Rice, that huge shot he had earlier on, Kawhi Leonard. That's a squad. Michigan knew they'd have to grind it out against a star-studded UNC squad, and they were doing so in the first half. And UNC was indeed in tough, even late into the third, where they needed Michael Jordan making every single play he could. Oh, baby, UNC gonna need a few more plays from MJ. They're down 10. This game might be over. But I mean, Vince Carter, Manu Ginobili, Kobe should be able to find a good look, and there it is. It might be starting. The comeback. You got to go to MJ, right? There he is. MJ's wide open. Good look. Good. He is killing it. Michigan, I'm gonna need you to do something. Don't choke this. Oh, great double team. Great double team. Wait, Chris Bosch is open. It was yo. Nah, I think UNC might be done right here. That's a forced shot from Vince that he missed. Bro, Michigan, what up? MJ and Nikola Jokic were really good for UNC, but it wasn't enough. And Larry Bird, man, that was a clutch addition for Michigan. And Michigan will head into the national championship with a non-college star of their own. They definitely need this help more than UCLA did. I forgot to take Bill Russell off the wheel. Don't matter. Welcome to Michigan, 90 overall, David Thompson. And Thompson joins Michigan just ahead of the national championship. We've got the 1-seeded UCLA Bruins on one side, the 6-seeded Michigan Wolverines on the other. UCLA has simply trounced everybody in their way, while Michigan has needed some super clutch shots from Glenn Rice, from Chris Bosch, just to make it here. David Thompson immediately made an impact for Michigan, helping keep them close in a tight first quarter. Both teams were fighting tooth and nail for a foothold to try and gain an advantage in this tight first half. And this game remains tight into the fourth. Tie game. Oh my. This is what we all wanted. Chris Webber, you should probably kick that out, Chris. Don't go up against Kareem. I tried to warn you, Chris. Speaking of which, though, Kareem is out there in clutch. He just blocked or caused Chris Webber to miss, bro. This is why you have Kareem out there in the clutch. Now feed it to him down low. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bro, he's the most dominant college basketball player of all time for a reason. Larry Bird, don't take that ball inside. Well, okay, Kareem's out of the paint now. Now put it up. That's tough, but he gets it to go over Luka because Kareem was out of the paint. If Russ pulls up off this, if he pulls up, okay, Russ. Okay, Russ. I trust you, brother. Stay away, Chris Bosch. Stay away. Dude, why do you keep going at Kareem? If they go into the paint with Kareem in there, I'm gonna... No. Okay, all right. That was playing with fire. But David Thompson would go ahead and brick one of two free throws. Kareem still wins. And it looks like we're gonna be into foul territory now. I don't know. Is something chaotic gonna happen here? Probably. Unfortunately, that wouldn't happen, though. Trey Burke missed an easy lay-in. Reggie Miller hit more free throws. And that is gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. UCLA is indeed our champion. Wow, that game was tight too. After handling business against Arizona in the round of 32, then taking down a powerhouse Kentucky team in the Sweet 16, UCLA walked past Tim Duncan and Wake Forest in the Elite Eight, then took down Derrick Rose and Memphis in the Final Four, all setting up a classic battle with Michigan in the national championship, which they did indeed hold on to win. I do kind of wish it was an underdog, but man, Kareem is a beast. Like the GOAT. Simple as that. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video, themed, of course, around March Madness, the time I'm releasing this. Please let me know if you're still watching now and if you did enjoy. That was like 5-6 hours of recording. That was a lot, but honestly, a whole lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it.